Test 1 2 3. Check 1 2 3. Ready to go live here shortly. All right. You're surely going to be doing the COAF Field Team Take 1 Date 8/9 live stream. Nice. All right. Just wanted to show you. Hey, we got this from the YouTube creators, YouTube partner perks. We did this yesterday, and just kind of want to have a little fun with it again. And oh, by the way, I just got the new shirts. All right. It's for my COAF Field Team. This is the When in Doubt, Set the Hook. All right, because hey, I plan on hitting the coast this upcoming, not this week, but the next week. We're going to go fish the Galveston coast over here in Texas and hopefully catch a fish or two. And I just want to touch base with y'all, let you know that everything's going good and we're still on track for that. Howdy, howdy, Butler Outdoors, New York. What's up? Hey, just doing a little catch up here, more updates. I know we did one yesterday. I'm doing another one today. I did plan out going out and do a little fishing today, but oh man, I tell you what, we just hit 100+ over here. And well, I did the honeydews, took care of the lawn, did some weeding and whatnot, and then I kind of shifted over and finished up some smoked pork that I cooked. So I've got some pulled pork for tonight's dinner prepped. And at this point, well, we're just kind of hey, touching base. But oh, by the way, right here, just came in. I really love this thing. This is the polo shirt that I designed. All right, the When in Doubt, Set the Hook logo. Let me just show you there. When in doubt, set the hook. Oh yeah, and that's one of the things that yours truly likes to reiterate, especially when you're fly fishing, but that also applies to other methods of fishing, is anytime you feel that there is, well, maybe something on the line, tapping the line and whatnot, when in doubt, go ahead and set that hook. That really applies to fly fishing when it comes to fishing on your strike indicator or watching your fly line. But I would say I've done it with the ultralight bait casting as well. Anyways, just wanted to touch base here, talk a little fishing. I do have some stuff that I got to do here in a little bit. Basically that pulled pork that I put together. I'm really happy with it. It really tastes good. And so far, I would say it's been a good time. But yeah, one of the things that you get as part of the I guess partner perks program is every once in a while you get one of these little freebies, and luckily I got one. I missed about 3-4 other offers that for stuff, and it just goes by quick. But luckily I was able to get there. All right, hi, game gun. All right, how's it going? Just have a little something adult margarita. Okay. Anyhow, I just want to talk fishing. When I'm over there on the Texas coast, I'll probably wear this. I only got one. This was like a test one sample. Really wanted to get a feel for this shirt, and right now it's a nice polo. I may even wear it to my day job. Oh yeah, cool stuff. Anyways, I want to grab my fishing tackle box. This is the one that I'll be taking down to the coast, and I just want to just go through some of the stuff that I have there, and then from there maybe we'll just maybe you guys might have some questions or whatnot that you want to throw at me. And again, let's see, just want to do a shout out at YouTube creators and the YouTube Partner Perks program. Lights, camera, action. I really like this little clapper. I like it. Anyways, let me go grab my tackle box. Just got it right here. If there's a weird buzzing behind me, that's probably my fridge. My fridge back over here. Okay. All right. Woo. Bear with me. I got to get some stuff out of the way. Okay. All right. I got some 3D printer filament here for the old 3D printer back there. Okay. All right. Bear with me. I almost got it. In fact, sure, I got to grab this other stuff too. Okay. Because we're making preps for the run to the coast, and as part of that, oh shoot, I'm hooked onto something. Let me get that out. Okay. As part of that, I need to make sure I get my tackle prepped. Okay. All right. Bear with me. Okay. Okay. Right here. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Why am I hooked onto something? Tell you what. There we go. Got it. All right. Okay, here's my tackle box. Let me just put that down here, and we're going to go through some of the stuff that we'll be prepping for. All right. All right. Okay. Let's see. Let me make sure I've got a good stream. Yeah, we got a good stream. All right. Let me just move some stuff out of the way here. Okay. Okay. All right. And I need to grab I got to keep my iPad handy so I can stay engaged with y'all, because one of the shortfalls about streaming from your phone and whatnot is you'll tend to lose the engagement with folks on the line here. So hopefully I can stay engaged with y'all. So right now I see some folks online. Howdy, howdy. Thanks for joining. What I want to do is just go over some of the stuff that I've got prepped for this upcoming trip to the coast, especially with the tackle box. So this next week, during the week and whatnot, I'll probably kind of shift around and move some stuff. So what I do is I have one of these tackle boxes. This is one that I picked up at Bass Pro. It's got this cool looking deal in here. Holds a lot of gear and whatnot. There's different trays, and I believe it's the smaller tray. Okay, yeah, it's the smaller tray right here. So what happens is what I'll do is I'll have different lures and whatnot. Like this is an ultralight bait casting stuff. These are more ultralight things. This one's all those spider weights, so I'm going to definitely swap that out and put them in there. It actually holds a lot more, but I am using, I think you can convert it to use the bigger trays, but I like these smaller trays, mainly because it gives me the opportunity to make adjustments. So if I'm going to be hitting a certain particular water and whatnot, I can make that adjustment fairly quickly. All right, and I still have to put away some of this stuff. Holy cow. So I've got these non-stainless circle hooks that I use for shark fishing. Okay, got to have these non-stainless circle hooks while you're fishing the Texas coast. Okay, so let me just throw that in here, and then what I want to do is just run down what I have in here and give you a feel for what I have prepped. So right here, these two trays. Okay, these are ones that I use for ultralight bait casting. It's got a lot of ultralight lures, 1/16 ounce and lighter. See if we got any folks have any questions. Okay, any questions, anyone? Nope. Okay. All right. This one is a tray that I'll definitely add there. This says a bunch of spider weights that I made right here in preparation for this trip to the Texas coast. It's got these claw-like fixtures in there that'll help you hold on to the sandy bottom when we're fishing the beach area. Okay, and then I've got some that we bought as well as ones that I made. I pretty much use the ones that I made, you know, because it's a lot cheaper. I think one of the little ones will go like $4 or $5 now, and I can make this one for cents. All right, and then so that'll definitely get thrown in there for this trip. But the main thing is I'll swap things out. Like here's another one here. This is one that I use when I'm kayak fishing. Normally when I'm kayak fishing, I'll use a lot of these slab and jig rigs or slabs, some jigs and some extra weights, some paddle tails, some crappie jigs and whatnot. And this is pretty much what I use, along with a I think it's a Shakespeare Ugly Stick, the pen. Or no, pen. Shakespeare Ugly Stick, and I've got it with a pen reel. Okay. In here, this is all the hooks and whatnot, to include some crankbait material. That's going to be in here. this is the stuff that I use when I go to Denison Dam. However, I will swap out a few things in preparation for the run to the coast. Specifically, one of these gotcha lures right here, right there. This is one I like using for those Spanish mackerel, right when they're working in the surf. So we'll definitely bring some of those with us. And then, look at that, some more weights. Okay, these are ones that I'd use mainly if I was fishing, let's say, more inshore, versus the other ones. I have some spider weights, so I'll be bringing those instead. And let's see, right here is some more bass fishing stuff and whatnot. And then back in here is all the stuff that I carry with these shark rigs that I make in preparation for, again, that run to the coast. Okay. So let me show you some of the stuff I have. I think I showed the other day what that looks like, but you just tuck that in there real quick. And in fact, let's go ahead and make a preparation for the run to the coast. Let's go ahead and add those weights in there, and we'll add these weights. Can never have too much. And then we'll have the hooks and crimping material, and then we'll have these saltwater lures and whatnot, and I'll put these aside. I do have another set here. This is more fresh water, but I do have some shrimp stuff here. Oh, look at that! I can put more in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 5. Perfect. All right. So what else is in the tackle box? Okay. All right. So these I'm going to put aside. This is the ultralight gear and bass fishing gear and kayak fishing gear. I'll put that aside for now. And let's see. Let's go show you what else I have in here. Okay. So over here, you'll see some different rigs and whatnot. Okay. And let me go ahead and show you. Probably easier. Okay. All right. If you have any questions, certainly call them out. I'm here to do a little Q&A here while I'm making some preps. Plus to show off my new shirt. Okay. When in doubt, set the hook. If you see me on the Texas coast this upcoming week of the 18th, shout out. I even got a new haircut today. You know, got to look good for the, well, whoever wants to look good at me. Anyways. Okay, in here I've got some extra line for leader material. I will add some additional line, probably the 50-pound as well as 30-pound test line. Got some zip ties, because you can always use some zip ties, especially when you're on the coast. Then I've got some screen cover gear and whatnot. I will be bringing my Stetson mesh hat right up there that I got right up here. Stetson mesh hat right there. All right, that will be going with me on the coast, and hopefully we'll be able to well, no, I've not had any sunburns ever since I went to that. It gives you like 50 SPF sunscreen protection. Okay, I probably will bring some extra reels just in case. And then over here, I've got some snelled hooks, some sabiki rigs, and then I've got these H&H tandem rigged spec rigs. These are ones I've used, both the little tail, worm tail looking one, as well as the straight monofilament one. And these work really great for sand trout and speckled trout under the lights. But again, I'm going to be kind of changing things up. We'll be using some live mullet, and I'll be using the size 6 treble hook, and seeing if I can get some of those guys in the surf. And I'll be using that ultralight bait casting combo that I got last year just for this kind of fishing, especially with the BFS Shimano Corrado and the Shakespeare Ugly Stick. And I got it back over there in the corner. All right. So that's other stuff that I have in here. And this thing holds a fair amount of equipment. I was surprised. I mean, the main thing that I do, and what I also like about it, is it's a backpack. Okay. I've been carrying this thing, my other deal, and that one can get really heavy at times. there is a space here that I could put stuff, but I didn't put anything in there at this point. Back in here is a little rain cover, so if you don't want your tackle box to get wet, comes with it. And then over here, it's just some a rain coat thing that I keep in here in case it starts raining, because you never know when a rainstorm or whatnot will come through. Just a cloud passing by, just a cloud, you know what I mean? Over here, I got some paracord right on this side pocket. And then right here, okay, got one of those knives that you can use on the pier. I mean, I usually buy a couple of these, like they're like a buck or two, because you never know. Sometimes you'll just drop them in the water by accident. And that's happened to me. You definitely want this thing right here to help, especially when you're dealing with the hard heads. Oh man, I don't know how many times I've been poked, and man, they can hurt. Got a little towel. I got one of these fish gripper things. I mainly use this when I'm kayak fishing, when I get a nice size striped bass, but hey, it doesn't hurt to just keep it in here. And then also in here, I've got some fish bites as well as, yeah, fish bites. Okay. Yeah, these are good still. And let's see, I think I need to show you. It's on the other side. Let me just get that back in there. And I noticed this holds a fair amount of equipment. And we'll also have a pure cart with us. It makes it much easier when you're navigating on the pier, having to carry all this stuff versus using a pier cart. It's like night and day. Okay, you definitely want to have a pier cart, and we have one, so that has helped. We used to not and just carry everything, and well, that got kind of old. All right, okay, let me get everything tucked in there. Okay, and then we'll get that closed out. All right. Okay. All right, on this side, right here, I don't have anything in this pocket currently, but here is, well, I keep some popping corks, okay? These are the ones that you would use for fishing live shrimp under some popping corks, additional popping corks. Got some flukes as well that are just kind of thrown in there from the last trip. And then this baby right here, this is the one that I use for doing all my crimping, okay? Specifically doing those shark rigs, all right? You got a heavy duty crimper. I used to have a less heavy duty one, and it just didn't cut it for doing some of these crimps that I was doing for these shark rigs. Specifically using, guess what? Right there, weed eater line. Yeah, that's what I use for making these shark rigs. It's the .095. You can pick them up at Home Depot and all that. And I've not lost anything with this rig so far. Ever since I coupled it along with some malin wire. Okay, and malin wire is key. It's back in here. I got it tucked back in there. Let's see. The good thing about the malin wire is you do a good haywire twist, you're not going to break off. I think the only time we've lost anything now has been when the shark was just way too big for our leader. We're using some 4-foot leader along with another maybe 2 foot of malin wire, about 6 foot. So if it's like a little 3-footer and he rolls on you, you're still good to go. But if he's a bigger one and he rolls on you, he's going to get onto your main line, and next thing you know, he's cutting you off. And so, yeah, you got to play that by ear. Anyhow, again, when in doubt, set the hook. Little polo-looking style shirt. And that's what I just got a sample in, and I'm pretty happy with it. Let me see if I can give you a better view on how it looks. I've got it with my Columbia shorts here, but yeah, this is yours truly going to be sporting come this coming couple of weeks here. And then of course I'll have the Stetson hat here, because you definitely have to stay protected from the Texas sun. All right. Okay. Anyways, talking about that. Let's see. more stuff to talk about. Let's go back to that mailing wire. Okay, let's see if I can get that over here. Okay. All right, let me check the chat, make sure I've answered the mail. Okay, no call-outs currently. Okay, we'll keep going. All right, no call-outs, but let's talk about this mailing wire. Right back in here. All right. Okay. This is it right here. Okay. Mailing wire. I tried 7-strand. I tried some other wire, and bottom line, this has been the one that has just came through for me every season so far. And I was doing it, tying these using a little washer with a slit in them to help me tie the haywire twist. But ever since then, I've switched over to this Dubro haywire twist tool. All right. And gotten some pretty good stuff. I do have some slide rigs that I prepped in case you want to do some slide rig fishing. Okay. Right there. I make those. As a backup, I've got some copper crimps. These are ones that you use for electric stuff, but it does double duty as another crimp if you get short-handed. But luckily, I went ahead and stocked up on extra crimps and whatnot right there. All right. So I'll be ready to go. Plus, I got some more of those circle hooks. Okay. Let's see what else to call out in here. Gotta have a measuring tape. You gotta have a measuring tape because, hey, there's a lot of stuff that has some limits from minimum to as well as maximum size. So you just definitely want to have something to measure what you got because, hey, who knows? You want to stay legal, and who knows? You might have caught something that may not be in the legal in that case. Okay, we got some more treble hooks here. These are the ones that we're going to be using for live lining trout. I thought I had some smaller ones though. I thought I had some size 4s in here. Oh, there they are. Okay, or size 6s right there. All right, that baby is the one that hopefully I'll be getting a bruiser speckled trout or 2 in that manner. Okay, I think that's all for now. I just wanted to touch base with y'all and give you a quick update on some of the happenings. I was going to do some fishing today, but just temperatures got really high, and I had some honeydew stuff to do, and I was cooking some pulled pork, and I think that batch just came out really good. So looking forward to a tasty dinner, as well as I am having a little margarita right now. So I don't know if my thumb education will be remembering things too well. In fact, here, have one with me. Right here real quick. Yes. Oh, is that a cool looking shirt or not? Oh, yeah. Okay, so, yeah, I'm looking forward to things. I'm looking forward to a lot of fishing stuff. Here's where I've got all our saltwater related fishing gear kind of tucked in the corner along with all these other fly rods and whatnot. And you can see I do have a fair amount of fishing pole and fishing equipment. Okay. All right. I think that's it for now. I don't see any more call outs. I think we answered the mail today. Appreciate you guys joining, and hey, do stay tuned. We're going to be back out there on the Texas coast for our annual trip to Galveston, Texas. Hopefully catching, well, maybe a bigger shark this year. So here's some smaller sharks that we caught along with a 5-footer up here. All right, and then I kept some tail mounts of some redfish that we caught right back in there. Okay. Let's see, and then I got some other tail mounts. I think I still got the Spanish mackerel tail mount that I got too. So hey, good stuff. Anyhow, appreciate you guys joining, and hey, we'll be back again here shortly.